show you. We've done this before, I'm doing it again. Running a query. This is the only thing you're going to do in your practical. I will supply you the database. So when you have your practical, you're only going to run a query of four queries. Now let me give you one question. If I ask you how many in the names you see here, how many of them are females? Can you count it out? Similarly, how many females? I didn't hear you.
4.
4. Okay, so let me show you how to do it. To run a query, you go to create. Where would you go to from there? Where did I say you should go to? Let's see where you should remember.
Query design.
Query design, right?
Yes, Mr. Tony.
You click it, and then what would you do here? What do you do here? Huh? Ikenna, what do you do here? Ikenna, what would you do here?
Add.
Then you now close this one. Very good. So I'm asking a question. How many of the PPUs there are females? So I'll ask ID. I'll add for ID. Double click on ID.
When I press a club, then I now do it.
True. First name, I'll add it. Son name, I'll add it because I want to know their names. And then I'll add. What do you think? What's the important thing to add? What's the important thing to add? Who can help me out?
Gender.
Similarly, you said gender, right? And I'll add gender. Very good. Now, where would I go to put the criteria? What would I put in criteria? Give me a quick one. What would I put on criteria, Ikenna? How many are females? What would I put in criteria under gender?
Gender.
I've gone to gender. How many are females? What would I put in criteria?
Female.
Females.
Female.
Is it? It's not Ikenna that said that one. No. Is it Timilehin? Ikenna, you're not listening. I just said, how many are females? So I've gone to gender. What I need to put is females because I want to only know the females. I don't need the males. So I'll type the word female. Then I'll run it. And only the females come out. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Are you getting what I'm doing now? Okay, let me ask another one again. I'm coming. Let me ask another one again. I go to create, design. Let's say I ask you the question. I ask you the question from this table. From this table. How many love the color red? How many love the color red? Only Ikenna should talk. What should I add here? How many people love the color red? What would I add here?
Color.
Start now. Which one would I add first?
Favorite color.
Is it only favorite color I will add?
No, first name.
Eh? I can't hear you.
You add first name.
I will add the ID number first. Then I'll add first name. What next?
Surname.
I can't hear you.
Surname.
Son name. Then I'll add what?
Class.
Okay. Any other thing you want me to add doesn't make any sense. What's the important thing I will add now for that query? How many kids love color red? What's the important thing I'll add?
Favorite color.
Favorite color. Very good. When I go to criteria, what would I type? I'm waiting for Ikenna.
Red.
Red. R-E-D, red. Eh? And I'll run it. I'm coming. Okay. So I think I ran it before. And you see red. Even if it's capital letter or small letter or red. Okay, that one, only that one, the number. The one of the numbers. Okay. See what you will do. Type. Okay, I'm coming. I will help you on that one. But it can work using words. Do you get it now? Only red came out. Now let me give you something else to do. I'll create an query. From the table, let's say I asked how many kids. Let me go to the table first so you can see from the table.
Scream or what?
Listen,
Why was really scared?
how many kids like color red and jollof rice? How many kids like color red? I didn't show you this one, but I'm telling them now online. How many kids like color red and jollof rice? No, don't do it. Don't try it. It's not for you. It's for them. It's fine.
One.
Eh? It's
One.
one. How would I run the query? You just put and in the middle. Let me show you. How would I run a query of two things? This is what you do. How many people love color red and jollof rice? See what you do. What would I add first? Similar, you can join us now. What would I add first?
First, you put the ID.
ID. So where the red is, okay, let me go on first. There's first name, right? Because you want to know their name. And what?
First,
Surname.
sorry.
Okay. Now, what would I add? What's the important thing I'll add?
Favorite color and favorite food.
Thank you. Favorite food and favorite color. Well, those are the two things I just said. How many people love red and jollof rice? So under the color, I'll put what? What criteria? I'll put what?
Red.
Red. Under jollof, under the favorite food, I'll put what?
Jollof rice.
Ikena, do you understand what we're doing? That
Yes,
criteria, follow the criteria. I put two things. For the red, for the color, I put red. And for the food, I put jollof rice. You see it? And to show you somebody who loves red, when I run it now, it will show you somebody who loves red and jollof rice. And it's just one person. One person, Tekena Uwi. He loves red and he also loves jollof rice. Remember when I did only red? It showed us more than one person, 4 people, right? Now I have streamlined my query that he loves red and he also loves jollof rice, and now one person. Similarly, do you understand how this is worked?
Yes, miss.
You see that the most important thing is the criteria. Whenever you have drawn out your query, you need to choose your criteria wisely, because that's where the question will come from. Your practical coming tomorrow, it's just your criteria you need to know, because I will give you your table. I will be the one that will supply the table for you. Yes, your database. When you're running your query, you just need to know what question is asked. What question is asked. So let me remove all these ones first and run another query. Somebody will tell me what to do. One of you will tell me what to do. Maybe starting with Timileyin. So I've gone to my query design. No, don't save it. Don't save it. The question is this. How many? Let me open the table first. Listen, oh, listen very well. How many kids at 9 years old, they love jollof rice? They love ice cream, I mean, and they hate Eba. Let me say it again. How many kids are 9 years old? They love jollof rice and they hate eba. Timileyin, did you get the question?
Yes,
Timileyin, did you get it?
Tony.
All right,
Yes,
Timileyin,
Mr.
let's go. What would I do here?
Press add.
Okay, and then I'll do what?
ID, first name and surname.
I didn't get you. Say it again.
Then close, then ID, then first name, then surname.
Okay, ID.
First name, surname. Surname.
Go on.
Then go to what's food. What's food? Favorite food.
A favorite food. What's food? And what again? I said age.
Age.
So let's go. What would I do for criteria?
For favorite food. Ice cream.
Ice cream. Now see this issue. You must spell ice cream the same way it is spelled. Let me show you. Sometimes very important, very important. The ice cream they spelled here, they put a dash. It does not matter whether it's capital letter or small letter, but that dash must be there. Let me show you without the dash first. Let me show you without that dash. Let's see whether it will come out. I didn't put the dash. I did not put the dash. Favorite food. Worst food. What is the worst food? Oh, let me remove this.
The worst food is eba.
Okay, so the worst food is eba. So I write ice cream here first. Worst food is eba. And I said 9 years, right? So criteria for age, I put 9. Now, when I click on run, do you see that nothing came out?
Nothing came out from me.
Yes, Mr. Tony.
Why? You now understand why? Because that ice cream,
Yes, Mr. Tony.
I must spell it the same way. They put a dash in between ice and cream.
Is this our own?
It's almost like I'm using your own idea to rock it out. Okay, let me try it again. Let me see whether I miss any spelling again. Or could it be that there's nobody that is ice cream and eba? Oh, that means true. There's nobody with ice cream and eba. There's nobody with ice cream and eba. So there's only jollof and eba.
It says the expression has an ice cream and eel.
Yeah. Okay. So it brought nobody truly because there's no ice cream and eba.
It says the expression you entered has a valid. What did you?
What did you put?
Oh,
you put underscore. You didn't put dash. Okay. So it brought nobody out because it does not have jollof rice and eba together. It does not have ice cream and eba. So if I change this to jollof rice, there's nobody that like.
You said still has an invalid string because of this. What? It's not the ice cream. Maybe the capital letter.
Okay. Ikena, do you understand? Ikena.
Mr. Tony.
Ikena, do you understand?
Yes, Mr. Tony.
All right, I need you to ask. I want to use you now. I want to come through you to ask the question. Let me close all this query.
It's not working.
But it worked for me.
I need to delete it.
Yeah, remove it and try it again.
Let me see.
You can use this database and ask the question. Let us run that one. Okay, maybe say how many kids are in a club? How many kids are in a club? Are you hearing me, Kenna? How many kids are in a club?
Excuse me, Mr. Tony, can I say it?
8.
No, he has one now to change.
Already done.
Can I know the answer to the question on the screen?
Okay, now what would I do? Let's go with you. What would I do? What's the first thing I would do? Ikenna, you are the one I'm talking to. What would I do first? Stop this. What is that? Ikenna, on mute now. Is he hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
And why are you not leaving yourself muted when I'm asking a question? I said, what's the first thing I would do? Let's say you're the one running the query. What would you do?
I would ask a question.
Yes, I'm asking you a question. How many kids are in a club? How many pupils are in a club? What's the first thing I would do?
There are 5 kids in a club.
What would I do? What would I click? That's what I'm asking you.
Create.
Yes, create. From create, what would I go to?
Query wizard.
Now in query design, what would I do next? Add. And I'll close this, right? Now, how many kids are in a club? What would I add here?
ID.
ID. What next?
First name.
First name. What next? Surname. And what's the important thing I'll add?
In a club.
Very good, very good. In a club. What will be the criteria? Now, this one is what we call true or false. What would true mean in this one? What would true mean? Yes, only you. You go. You sit down. You go.
To get all our snacks. Can I get my snacks?
Please go. Go.
Will I get my napkin?
What would I say? What does true mean? Ikenna? The person is in a club or not in a club?
Go now. I don't want to go. Why?
Ikenna, what would true mean? T-R-U-E, true, true.
Okay, then
Would it mean that the person is in a club
can I get my snacks?
or the person is not in a club?
Okay.
The person is in a club.
Then what would false mean? F-A-L-S-E.
The person is not in a club.
Very good. So my question is this. How many kids are in a club? Which one would I put, true or false? That the person is in a club. Which of them would I put? Is it true or false?
True.
So I will go to criteria and type true. Then I will do what? What would I do here? What would I click here?
Wrong.
And these are the ones that are in a club. Those are the ones that came up. Okay? All right, so that's how it is done. And then what you now do, you right click on query and say save. And you now type it as a question. How many pupils are in a club? You can type it like this, or you can use Pascal format. How many pupils are in a club? Anyone you choose to use. Okay, this one is Pascal's typing. Okay, or you can leave it and type it like a normal sentence. All right, and then you click OK. Do you understand now? And once you click OK,
Yes, Mr. King.
it will come and join them here. All right. Now, let's say I send this database to you because that's the next thing I'm planning to do. And I want you to run a query for me. Because this is what you're going to do tomorrow in your practicals. You're going to be running a database. Okay, like this. The database will be provided for you. Only what you need to do is to run it. And after you run each one, you save it. I will mark based on what I see by the side. So when I see your query here, like now, say what you want to run. How many people are in the club? Is here already. How many people love? They're all here. All the queries that have been run are here. Okay, from this table. They are saved on queries. So when I'm marking, I will just check your query. I will see the result there. Okay. I sent one of them module. I didn't see any reply. I sent a query on Edmodo. Did you do it?
Huh?
Did you go to Edmodo and check the one I sent on Edmodo?
You know that with both.
Say, I didn't get you.
It's an Edmodo.
Huh?
I saw what you sent on Edmodo.
You saw it. Did you do it?
Yeah, I've done one, but I'm not done with both of them.
So I gave a query. I said run two queries from the database. Run two queries from the database. Run a query. It's still there. Then I give another one again. Run a query. How many are less than? How many are more than? Did you only one submission? And the person that submitted. Okay, are you the one that submitted it? Ikena, open your Edmodo. Open your adverse. Your access, I mean, I say adverse. Your access. The one I sent as assignment. Ikena and Timila, can you open it? You have 7 minutes remaining. And share me your screen. Timila, do you know what I mean? If you go to Edmodo, you will see one I sent. I sent last week. Let's use that one to run a query from your position. Let me show you what I mean. Timila, please unmute. Let me hear from you.
Yes, Mr. Tony.
Can you see my screen? Can you see one I sent? Database of cases. Yes, this one. Only Ikena has submitted. I saw Ikena's submission now. So I will show you how to run a query from this one. Open it. Let me stop sharing my screen. Share your screen with it open. Share your screen with it open. Quickly, we have 7 minutes. Go to create a new query. Go to create query.
I can just go here.
Okay. Where age is? Where is the age? Bring it age.
Okay.
Remove any of the other queries.
Design view. And then I delete this.
Okay, click on enable content.
I put age.
Good. Go to criteria.
Yes.
Type, let's see. Type from 10 downward, right? Type 9, 8, 7, all the way to 1. Okay, now have you clicked on enable content?
Now click on enable content.
Now click on sheet 1. Click on sheet 1.
Done.
Run the press selection. Go to view. Okay, that command will work. Come on, you put it.
Yes.
Let me see. Remove everything. I wanted to choose or and.
Sheet 1.
Eight.
No, there's no more parents. See that all that is down. So you have to
Oh, slash. Is it this?
click on sheet 1, you will see how the table will come out.
Is it
Yes.
this? Okay.
No, not that slash, not slash, not slash.
Which one?
You know, just leave it. You can't change it. I want to change it to numbers for you. All right, so Timileyin and
Change it to number.
Timileyin and Ikena, before the time runs out, I needed to run a query of discharge less than 100. Let me see who will do it. Less than 100. Number of discharge less than 100. Less than 1,000, sorry. Number of discharge less than 1,000. Let me see the first person to do it. Timileyin and Ikena. Ikena, share your screen. I can't see yours. Run a query less than 1,000. Number of
Finally. Which query?
one of the numbers.
Okay.
Number of discharge. Make sure you put states. Put states. You need to know the name of the states. I don't see states. States affected. You added it many times. 1,000 and below. Less than 1,000. So you have to do below 1,000.
This 10.
No. I'm saying what I said. Less. One is less than 10.
Let's do this and then 10. Please.
Click it.
It's able to one very exclusively whether you know it is already open.
Timileyin less than 10. Less than sign. Is no, that one will not work.
No, they cannot only go. When they can say, Mr. Tony is doing all of ours. It's very funny considering the fact that you kept treating us.
Okay. Let me help you out, Timileyin. Go to in front of 1,000 and type less than sign. Less than sign. Less than 10. 1,000. Less than. You put the sign of less than. In front of 1,000.
Excuse me, Mr. Tony. You said you tried to perform an operation involving function or features.
Class, because of time. How many deaths is more than 100? Number of deaths that is more than 100. Do it. First person to do it. ID, states. You are giving an information, so you need to have this information down. ID, click on ID. Close this one first. ID. Okay. No, number of deaths. The number of deaths. The next place, number of deaths. Kena. Now I said more than 100. How would you do more than 100? Greater than 100. How would you do it? What are you typing there? What are you typing there? I said do not type. I said it before. Don't type. Ikena.
It's not done. I want to run it now.
What did you say, Ikena? Timileyin?
I'm done. I want to run it now.
No, you see, listen, Timileyin, you are making a mistake. Timileyin, you are writing 100 greater than. Read what you wrote there. You wrote 100, then I put greater than. I said greater than 100. Which one is meant to come first? Is it 100 or greater than? How do you delete everything at the same time? Do it again. Greater than 100. Greater than comes first before you put 100. Ikena, go to number of deaths criteria. Number of deaths criteria. I just did 4 in your presence. Stay in query 1. Stay in query 1. Number of deaths. Go to the criteria. It's there on your sheets.
Excuse me. I need to run.
Are you seeing Timilein's speech? Wait, look at Timilein's speech first. Look at Timilein's speech. Do you see what he has done? What did he do? Look at the criteria under number of deaths. What did he do? Look at the criteria. Follow the line of criteria for number of deaths. Ikena, I'm waiting for you to answer that question. What did he do? Did you see somewhere where he typed something?
He put 100 under no of deaths.
He put something before 100. What did he put?
Sheet 1.
Say it again.
Wait.
You don't know the name of that sign? What sign is that? That's a normal mathematical sign. No? Is it greater than or less than?
Less than.
That's greater than. That was greater than. Greater than is always facing the right. Greater than is right hand. Less than is the one that's the left hand, facing the left. Greater than is right hand. Have you done it in maths before, Timileyin? Have you done it less than and greater than before?
Yes, Mr. Tony.
Have you done it before?
Yes, Mr. Tony.
So why is it like if we are just doing it for the first time? It's normal maths. Greater than 100. That's what he has done. Do it on your own screen. Timileyin, click on run. And that is the numbers that are more than 100 there. That's greater than 100. I said Ikena should not leave shared screen. Not share screen again.
Excuse me, the only way I can see Timilein's shared screen if I stop my own
Share your screen. Okay, I'll share your screen again. Share your screen again. I think there's a way you can change it from the top of your screen. Share your screen. Now do that. Do it on your own too. Number of deaths. What would you now do on the criteria? More than 100. Now run. Go to design. Click on design. Click on design. Design. Click on design. Click design. Up there on your screen. Click design. No, design.
Excuse me, Mr. Tony. Should I stop sharing?
I didn't get you. Say it again.
Should I stop sharing?
Yeah. Stop sharing. Well, I'm almost saying we're done. But before you leave, I want you to do one more. Before you guys leave, because we've already done enough. Similarly, I think you know how to save. Right click on query one. That's how you save your database, your query. Right click on query one. Any query you run, right click on it. Right click on it. The query one, the word query one. Right click on query one. You will see save. Yes. Then you write it as a sentence, a question, I mean. How many states have more than 100 deaths? How many states has more than 100 deaths? Yes. How many states has more than 100 deaths? That's how you answer, you write your query. Is a query, is a question. Okay. You can put it in question mark. So Timileyin and Ikena, one more query to run before I let you guys go. Click OK. Go back to your table one, please. Let me see your table one. Go back to table one. Can you give me a question to ask from the two of you? What would I ask? I think we've done almost everything. Give me an idea.
How many states have less than 100 deaths?
Okay, good. Similarly, I think we can do that one, right? How many states have less than 100 deaths? Yeah, do it. First to do it, let's see. How many states have less than 100 deaths? Create. Go to create a new query. Create. Add.
Excuse me, I'm ready to run.
Okay, you press run on your own already. Are you sharing your screen?
No, I'm not run yet.
So I can see how you did yours. Very good. Run it. Finish. There are many states that have less than 100 deaths. Many, more than the number that are less. Do you see the number of record? Can you see the number of record on that? Look at the bottom of your screen on your status bar. They wrote 1 of 32.
Excuse me, right?
Yes, I see it.
Yes, that means that 32 states that has less than 100. 32 states that have less than 100. Let me see Kena's one. Very good, very good. Both of you have the same thing. Good. So that means you guys are ready for tomorrow. It's the same thing we're doing. Your table will be provided for you. You're just going to be running 4 queries. Make sure you note how to use your tables and how to save your queries. And then you're good to go. 60 marks is on the card. Are you ready? So please, Timileyin, do the one I sent on Edmodo. There are 2 I sent on Edmodo. Practice it.
I'm going to do that one.
Okay, now, there's another one on Edmodo as well. Check it out.
I'm going to do that.
Have you heard me?
Yes, I'm going to do it.
All right, guys, I'm ending the class now. Thank you very much. Did Simi join all the classes?
Oh.
No, Simi was in all the classes, but some classes she joined late.
She joined all the other classes.
Yes, but she joined late some.
Okay, she came very late.
She joined some late, but she joined some on time.
Okay. All right. I think I will send this as a video to Edmodo so you can all watch it again. All right. I will send a video of this class to Edmodo. All right. Thank you for joining.
Bye.